Let's talk about the power of your words. Do you realize that every time you speak, you create? And we're talking about what are you creating? Like what words are you choosing to use? You know? And we all have these questions about how do we get sick? How do we why do we have cancer? You go to the top cancer facilities in the world, and you ask them how you got cancer, and they just look at you and say, "We don't know, you just have cancer." They're not really telling you, and then you can attribute to, well, if you smoke cigarettes, you get cancer. Yeah, what about the millions of people who don't smoke and they still get cancer? What about the people who do smoke and never get cancer? So it's so much more to what we think we understand. So we're talking about not just cancers, we're talking about any kind of illness and sickness that goes unexplained. 9 times out of 10, if you go into a doctor, he's not going to get into why you have what you have. He's just going to get into what we're going to do to treat this. And you're pretty much stuck with all these different ways of breaking down your body, making yourself sick. So today we're going to just talk about how your words contribute to your sickness, your illness, your dis-ease, you know? So I was a teacher for 13 years, right? Recently decided I wanted to try something else. Okay. Now, I will always try to let my students, I start my year off and I always show them this video, and it was a doctor, it was a doctor, anyway, I forget his, I'll get back to his name, but this doctor conducted these experiments where he actually showed how powerful words were by doing a plant experiment. So he had two groups of plants, and in one group of plant for 30 days, they would just daily they would just repeat to these plants beautiful things. I love you. Thank you for creating this beautiful air. Your stems and your leaves are so beautiful, and your flower is so colorful, and we're so thankful for your hair. Like you're just helping me live, and I love you. And they would just say one plant, they were just giving all this beautiful, loving energy to. And the second plant, they did quite the opposite. They took this plant and they decided to say, bad words to the plant. You stink, you hurt all these mean things. And they conducted this experiment. And over time, they show how each of these plants, the power of those words affected the physical makeup of those plants in a 30-day period. So in 30 days, at the end of 30 days, one plant was just looking beautiful and flourishing and standing up strong. All the leaves all standing up strong. The flowers are colorful and bright. And the other plant, the stem couldn't even stand. It was just hovered. It was darkened and blackened. And you can tell that the plant was physically beaten. It was physically like dead, like the words killed the plant in 30 days. That's the power of your words. And they did other experiments, same doctor did other experiments. And when people do these type of experiments, of course the information really doesn't get out because people don't want you to know how to heal yourself. That's not what they want you to do. They want you to know how to take a pill. That's it. Basically, go to the doctor, and it don't matter what you tell that doctor, he's gonna give you a pill for something. Okay, and that's not a knock on doctors. Doctors do great work, and I understand we have a need for doctors. What it is, what it is. And if you talk to a real doctor, they'll break it down to you. They'll tell you themselves. Okay, I've talked to quite a few. I want you to understand this. Okay, when this doctor conducted this experiment, he did an experiment where they used different vibrations of musics. Okay, so they'll take one song that was a beautiful song. Let's say Mariah Carey's "Hero." Is a hero. They take that beautiful song, and then they'll take that water, and then they'll freeze it. After playing that song, they'll take the water, and they immediately put it in a freezer, and they freeze it. And then they did this with various types of songs, and then they took other songs like heavy metal music and other types of music with like hard, like ding 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 knocking, and the words of the song, what the words were saying in the song, and they would put that water in that music for a couple minutes, and they would freeze it. And upon After each of these samples were frozen, they would take the ice and they would look at it under a microscope, and it would show like the music that had like the good vibrations or the easy vibrations. The water, the microscopic image of the water looked like a beautiful snowflake, like how you would see like snowflakes with all the different designs and everything. So it was like a beautiful snowflake, you know. And the other samples where it was like this banging and this chaotic chaotic combinations of sounds, whatever, without a pattern of music, whatever we get into. I get into all the music things, but it pretty much showed like this other sample of water. It was so distorted. It looked like something like a what they'll show you of a cancerous cell, or of how they show like microscopic images of polluted water. How polluted water look under a microscope. That's how these other cells look. So we started looking at the power of vibrations and the power of sounds and the fact that it makes a difference. You know, it makes a difference in the words you're using, the vibrations you're using. That's why certain sounds can scare you, you know, and certain sounds can make you feel comfortable and at ease. And there's certain music that'll put you into a nostalgic state of mind. You be reminiscing about your childhood and feeling so good. And then you realize you're at work. You get back into reality, you know. The music can take you out of like in and out of realities. Like some music can make you want to just get up and fight somebody. Other music can make you want to just peel your clothes off and lay somewhere, you know. But the power of the words are important because if we don't understand how important our words are, we don't understand that we're using these weapons. And if you have a weapon and you don't realize it's a weapon and you're swinging it every day, you don't even know how many people you're killing. You know how many people you're injuring or hurting every day because you just don't even know it's a weapon. You just fuck you and la, 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 and talking all this crazy and you don't really think it's over and that's it. But you don't realize every time you have an argument with someone, your cells in your body physically change. It distorts. I mean, facts. I mean, it's facts, man. I'm not gonna sit here and go through a whole bunch of books and all that. You research it yourself, do your own. Like this is like divine, man. Like the spirit is telling me to bring these messages to people, and I already know what I'm here to do. So my job is to give you the information, and your job is to do what you think your spirit is going to lead you to do with it. It's not my job to convince, you know, or make people believe what I believe. That's not what I'm trying to do here. In the beginning, take it back to the Bible, okay? Because I have a Christian upbringing. I was raised as a Christian, and then I became more of a spiritual person, and I stopped identifying with aligning myself with specific religions because I understand that all religions are paths to God. You know, when I became a man, I started to put these things together and would go on some of these journeys and travel some parts of the world. And we all have it together. You know, God loves Christians, God loves Muslims, God loves Jews and Buddhists and Hindus and everyone else in between. God loves everybody, all children of God. Don't let the religion thing fool you. Don't become this alliance and he doesn't like whatever your beliefs are, it's a pathway to God and it's accepted. So Jesus, love you. Buddha, love you. Um, Prophet Muhammad, love you. Moses, love you. Krishna, love you. Who else is out there? I love them all. It's all love, baby. And that's what the Easy Love Shop is trying to let you know. Like, it's all love. Like, Democrats love Republicans. Republicans love Democrats. You're trying to tell me if your best friend right now became a Republican, you start hating them? I mean, let's be real. Like, don't get caught up into all these politics and all these divisions and ways to keep us apart from each other. Like, that's foolishness. You know, Democrats love Republicans, Republicans love Democrats, and and even though white people and black people have the history we have, and we know it's a history there, but white people love black people love white people. You know, nothing is never always true. Of course, there's a lot of white people who don't love black people and have want no parts of them. Okay, but at the same time they're the minority. Okay, they're the minority. Okay, and I want you to understand that. And if you think otherwise, then that's just that media that's getting into your head and trying to distort this reality and make you think and believe something that's a lie. If I can convince you of a lie, I own you. Let's get it right there. Okay. So those experiments, they pretty much was a demonstration that to show us that there is actually power in your words. When you go to school, you learn how to spell. You learn how to um, manipulate words. For they teach you how to persuade people with words, how to inform people with words, how to like the words, like the power of your words. Like I can make you do anything if I know how to use the right wording with you. That's what pimps do. That's what lawyers do. That's what con artists do. That's what a lot of professional people do. It's all about the power of the word. The more powerful my words are, the more my status is elevated in a particular society. And you don't even have to be the smartest person. You can out talk the smartest person. There you have it. So the power of your words is so important. But going back to the Bible, like in the beginning, and there was the word. It was just the word. And if you go back to the Bible, it said in the beginning there's the word. And from the word, everything else came. Let that marinate. From the word, everything else came. So everything you can imagine, it came from a word. Let that marinate a little bit. It's the words. What are you creating? And who are you destroying? And who are you building up? And who are you breaking down? And who are you loving with your words? And the words you put out, the words you put out, that's the emotion and feeling the universe is going to put back into your body. You wonder why you're having a hard, rough day and you bump your leg and you missed your bus and you tripped over this and so you dropped your coffee and your boss yelled at you for being 10 minutes later. It's the words. Words. So this video is all that to say this. I'm going to start a challenge. Okay? It's a power of the word challenge. And then in this challenge, we're going to have it on my Instagram, Love is Easy 222. Okay? Instagram, Love is Easy 222. And we're going to have this challenge of love and the power of your words. So the challenge is just beautiful words. Like just send any clip of beautiful words. Any manifestation of a song or music or a poem or just some nice quote or the power of words. And we're going to start this campaign. And I want everybody to get involved with this. I want everybody to just show the power of words. Say something beautiful. Like, love is easy. Peace begins with a smile. So that's the challenge. What can you create with your words? I can't wait to hear. Peace.